was this other sort of egregious thing that I came upon, and that was there's a site called Around the World in 80 Jobs that's been around for a couple of years. It's a guy named Turner Barr, and his idea was to go around the world doing odd jobs and document what he was doing, and they're fun. You know, the videos and the posts that he's done are terrific. And then along comes this big publicly traded company called, what are they called? They're called Adeppo, and they come along and they do Around the World in 80 Jobs, and they try and trademark the name. And he says, wait a minute, what are you doing? That's my brand, and, you know, I own that. You can't do that. And they ignored him for a month. And so social media got on his side, obviously, and, you know, it took a month. You talk about how long it takes for brands to react. It took a month for them. First they changed the name and kept using like a doppelganger of him as the representative of it, and then finally they said, okay, we won't do this anymore, the contest is over. And, you know, he said, that's cool, but I want $50,000 for the name, and I want $50,000 for my intellectual property. And apparently they came to some type of settlement. So I started doing a little research, and I remembered some instances where this had happened. And, you know, DKNY was accused of taking intellectual property for advertising. It's not a new thing. It happens to artists. It happens, and the companies have said, well, we were inspired. No, you ripped off,
right, exactly.
Ripped off the graphic designer. That's not inspiration, you know. And so I just think it's awfully sad that this type of behavior, which was going on really 15 years ago online, is still going on, and big companies are still the culprits. And don't they know that they're, as you said, Albert, in the court of public opinion at this point, that people don't like it when you rip off little guys?
Yeah, but see, they also know that we have short memories, and if they could just hang on long enough, it ain't that big a deal.
Well, you know, I mean, I guess they thought they were going to intimidate the guy off the internet, and he was like, you know, this is how it feels to have what you invented stolen. This is how
good for him.
Your work, your life's work that you've devoted yourself to, stolen. And he kept writing about it, and then other people started to write about it, and you know what? A whole lot of people have written about it, and as they should.
Well, it's so stupid too. I mean, what happens is you've got lazy marketers who go out and they find something that's popular online.
Yeah,
and,
let's do this.
And let's do this, and let's copy it detail for detail, and think that nobody's going to figure it out. So the problem is it's already popular online. Somebody's gone through the business of building their own audience who pays attention to them, and when they find out and say, hey, Corporation X just ripped off my idea, check it out, that audience will act. You know, I mean,
Absolutely.
They've got something to fight back with. So it just
you
doesn't.
don't call the people who follow each other followers for nothing, you know. I mean, this is voluntary when you follow somebody or become a fan of somebody, and you do it because you have some interest in them. So you're not going to stand by and watch them get ripped off, especially not like that.
We've all been in this business long enough to know the motto, you don't fight with someone who buys ink by the barrel. Remember when we were all youthful PR people? Now, because the economy is so bad, it's don't fight with somebody who's out of work and trying to make money on a blog.
But, you know...
Well, let's follow that up with David on The Daily Numbers. That's on Twitter as The Daily Numbers. And then he's at D. Erickson as well on Twitter and E-Strategy Blog. BL you can follow on whatsnextblog.com. She contributes to Ad Age.
Got a story coming out tomorrow.
Say that again?
Got a story coming out tomorrow or Thursday.
What's it on?
On why you need to be on, the top 3 reasons why you need to be on Google+.
Okay.
Love it. Love it.
And also why your strategy needs to be different.
Love it. We should do something just dedicated to that, BL.
I would like to do
another topic for a Beyond Social Media extra. What do you think of that?
Good idea, Albert.
Great idea. I'm glad I listened to you and then echo it later. I'm Albert Maruggi. You can find me on providentpartners.net and as Albert Maruggi on Twitter. Thanks so much for joining us on the Beyond Social Media show. Good night, BL. David, have a great night.
Good night.